welcome to the team selection for Gameweek 20, where I will talk about my own team and the wildcard draft that I would have done if I had my wildcard left. So, if you still can use it, the time is now, because after this game week, the second wildcard will be available to all players. When looking at wildcard players, we are looking for a good value, good form and good fixtures. But first, let's take a look at how my team did last game week. I'm recording this prior to the Wolves-Manchester City game, so things could still happen. I took a bit of a punt on Salah as a captain. It's not often you get to have him as a differential. The only worry was that he might get limited minutes, so you can imagine my frustration when he was subbed off just before Liverpool received a penalty. But Alexander-Arnold saved my game week just moments after that, and so I'm currently on a small green arrow around 62k. I'm pretty happy with my team, but there are two potential transfer moves that stands out. The first plan is to use the free transfer to upgrade Kelly to Otamendi. Lundstram is playing Manchester City and Liverpool next, so I will want to bench him. So that leaves Kelly or Target as my worst defenders that still is in the starting 11. So I think Otamendi would be a nice upgrade. Aurier in Spurs is also viable. The other problem I see is Abraham, who has 4 blanks in a row. Chelsea aren't in great shape, but their upcoming fixtures are a bit too good to drop him. Now let's take a look at a potential wildcard team. It has changed quite a bit since the last video, and that is partly because of the results this week. But if you're on a wildcard, I suggest you check out last week's wildcard part, just to see some other alternate players. There are a bunch of good goalkeeper options, and Ryan is among the cheapest ones. He has a very good schedule and he gets a lot of save points. Alexander-Arnold deserves a place after his haul against Leicester. Leicester barely had a shot that game, and it could be a sign that Liverpool defenders are a must again. This is quite an expensive wildcard team, so if you can't afford Alexander-Arnold, I would pick Aurier instead. Otamendi should have his secure place in the back line, since both other central defenders, Laporte and Stones, are out for the next couple of game weeks. Teams have been exposing Manchester City all year in defense, but for 5 million, Otamendi's goal threat is always exciting. Leicester's fixtures gets easier now, and it's between him or Pereira for me. Pereira's higher price is justifiable, since he will most certainly score more points than Soyuncu. Salah looked very sloppy this last game, but he is on pens, and I think he's looking like he's the one that is supposed to finish most of the Liverpool attacks. You could go for Sterling too, and I really like them both right now. I want that Liverpool triple up though. They are the best in the world at the moment, and even though Mané looks more like an assister of late, he is so consistent that I don't mind the high price tag, even if I'm not gonna captain him that much, because I think I'm gonna give the armband to Salah or Vardy most of the times. Since I record this prior to the City game, I can just repeat what I said last video about KDB. He is running things in the City attack, he has been given more of a free role lately, which makes him shine even more, and his fixtures are very good. I can see that 6 of Cantwell's 7 returns this season has come at home, so that's the games where I'll probably try to play him the most. He's the best value midfielder, but he should be rotated with a defender in some of his tougher games. At the same time, he has managed to score against some top 6 opponents. On the bench, I would have Den Donker. Vardy is the highest scorer in the game and will be captained in a lot of game weeks, so he's definitely not going anywhere. Greenwood has started to get more game time, which means he could be an extreme value pick. He only costs 4.3. He's a steal. Last place in our squad goes to Rashford. He has taken his game to another level and seems to be on pens, even if Pogba is making a comeback. If you can't afford Rashford, I would go for Ings, but also if you can afford to upgrade Rashford, I would probably go for Kane. That was it for this video. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Consider subscribing for future FPL tips.